Hey everyone, it's Coram here. And as active investors, we use a lot of different tools to take advantage of ways to make profits in the market. And one great way to do that is with options. So joining me now to talk about how active investors can utilize options in their trading routine is Justin Nielsen, our market research director. Justin, thanks so much for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Allie.
And I think you're a great person to speak to on this topic because you trade a lot of options. So you can really sort of thread that needle of what active, can-slim minded investors like to do from a portfolio management perspective, from a trade setup perspective, and combine that with the power of options. So, why exactly should active investors be looking to options and add that to their trading toolkit?
Yeah. And I mean, the truth is, I don't trade a lot of options, but it's a great way to supplement my stock trading. Sometimes it can be a matter of I need something that needs a little bit more versatility. Sometimes it's because I don't want to have as big of a capital outlay.
Mhm.
There's certain accounts that I have that are a little bit smaller. And so rather than go with a full stock position, sometimes it's a little bit easier to go with an option position because the amount that's required is so much less. There's a lot of ways that you can end up setting up option trades to make sure that you have defined risk and to also get a huge amount of the reward with very little risk to yourself. So it's a use of leverage, so you can kind of speed up the process of getting those gains. So there's a lot of different ways to use it, and even if you don't trade options yourself, sometimes watching the options market will give
Mhm.
you important information. For example, a lot of times before earnings, we'll take a look at the options to kind of get a sense of what the expected move is on the earnings. We can also take a look at unusual volume or unusual open interest in the option chains themselves to get a sense of where stock traders might be thinking that the stock price is going to go based on what is happening with the options.
Yeah, and another benefit to trading options is not only can you benefit if a stock moves up or down, depending on how you're positioned, but also if a stock moves sideways. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's so many ways to profit, and sometimes, if you think about it, stocks are either going to go up, down, or sideways. And usually as a stock trader, you only benefit if it does one of those two things. But with options, you can a lot of times structure the trade where you win if it goes up, you win if it goes down a little bit, and you win if it goes sideways.
So, Justin, you mentioned leverage, and not only can that be a benefit, but that's also something to think about on the downside as one of the risks of trading options. So, we need to be aware of the risks here too.
Sure. I mean, that's the thing. You have to kind of know what you're doing, know what you're getting into, because the options can move faster because you're dealing with a smaller amount, but you still are participating in a large part of the stock's move. They can move faster. You might have a $5 premium that all of a sudden is a $10 premium. You just made 100% on your money in a matter of days, whereas that would take a much longer time for a stock trade. But again, there's a lot of ways you can educate yourself so that you can manage those risks. And there's ways that you can set up these strategies with different vertical spreads and things like that to make it so that you can actually trade options in your IRA accounts, retirement accounts, where normally you wouldn't be able to short a stock. But sometimes you can set up a trade if you think a stock is going to go down. You can profit by using options instead of shorting the stock, which is not allowed in retirement accounts.
And for investors who are newer to options, but maybe very familiar with IBD, and they don't know where to start when it comes to trade ideas. Maybe they're great at selecting stocks, but setting up an option trade is something new to them. Well, every day we have articles discussing option trade ideas, Justin.
Yeah, this is something that has basically been done by our customers, right? Our readers, our subscribers have been asking for more and more options content. And so what we did is we started getting some options experts to act as contributors to help us generate option ideas. And to a certain degree, it does require almost learning a little bit of a different language. You have to understand what is the difference between calls, puts, buying, selling. There's a whole thing that's called the Greeks of understanding how the option premiums are priced. And so there is a little bit of knowledge in that, but through our contributors, we've been able to kind of educate our subscribers to some of these things and also help them understand how these trades are set up because we use real-time examples.
Exactly. And since you brought up education, we got to talk about that a little bit more. And maybe we buried the lead here a little bit, Justin, but IBD is launching an options app called Options Trader. The big part about that I'm excited about is that education piece. Of course, we've got the trade ideas there for you, which is really cool. Both write-ups, some great visuals there too, and videos, but also education and really teaching you what those different Greeks are, what their impact is on option premiums, and all that you need to know about the different strategies from those foundational strategies and building on top of that, and also how you go about selecting a strategy in the first place, how you utilize volatility and stock outlook to find which strategy works best for you. So I'm personally very excited about the education section of the app.
Well, I know you're excited about it because you actually had a big hand in
We
working on
both
it and
did.
making sure that it was something that was put in a very easily digestible format for people that are using this. And again,
Mhm.
it really does start with that education component. That's always been a very strong component behind everything that IBD does.
Yeah,
So yes,
so
you start
true.
with that foundation, but again, it gets beyond that because in addition to the contributions we have from our options experts, videos that will sometimes walk you through step by step on how to actually put the trade into your brokerage system. There's also a lot of data and research that's involved. So we've partnered with Quote Media, and that helps generate computer generated content. So we have the human element generating content, but we also have the computer helping us generate content about high probability trades, expected moves by expected days, unusual options activity in both the volume and the open interest. And all of these elements together can help you come up with your own trades. Not only that, but it will suggest high probability trades that are determined by Quote Media and the algorithms that they have so that you get an idea of different ways you could set these up, strike prices to use,
Mhm.
expiration dates, and in conjunction with the research and strategies and education, we're hoping to really empower investors to have a new tool at their disposal for making money in the market.
Yeah, you can type in any ticker and it's going to populate some potential trade ideas for you there. So, really cool stuff. I'm really excited about it, and we hope that you all are too. And if you want to download the app, just go to the App Store and search Options Trader IBD. It's a blue square with some aqua writing, and check it out. We can't wait to hear what you think about it. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.